Hey Lego fans, it's Jang here from jangbricks.com with a Lego 2014 Ninjago set review. This is set number 70725, the Nindroid MechDragon. This is the big one for the first wave for 2014 with 691 pieces. You'll see this sold in the United States for $89.99, $90 US. Let's get right to that dragon, shall we? Yeah, let's not mess around. This is what you came here to see, right? Look at that. That is its so-called ground attack mode, where it's basically sitting on its hind legs. It is a four-legged dragon, and it is built in a pretty nice and sturdy way with a lot of action. A very, obviously, very metallic, mech-styled design. I think they did a great job of mixing together the traditionally organic dragon sort of creature with a robotic style. Just visually it looks good, and the action of how everything works out pretty well too. So let's take a look at the head first. Closer look at that detail. Back here you can see you've got a couple of joints at the neck that allow you to move. You can actually rotate that around, allow you to move the head down. Whoa, almost out of frame. Allow you to move the head way up. You can see how that goes. The mouth opens up, which is a very crucial feature, right? Opens up all the way, closes pretty well. A lot of stickers used there. Well, 4 stickers used right there that you can see. A lot of expressiveness that you can get out of the head. The front legs have ball joints here at the feet, basically at the ankles, and then you've got these older Technic large action figure style joints with ratcheting bits in them. It gives you a little bit of extra strength. These are new for 2014 sets. These new feet, a lot of possibilities with these. They look pretty good without anything attached. As you can see here, that's with nothing attached. The rear feet have nothing, so that's just that new piece. It's a pretty cool piece, and they just have a very nice little assembly to get the toes on there, and you can adjust the angles of the toes and make it look like he's actually grabbing at things a little bit. Here he is on all 4 legs, and this is the view that you're more used to seeing. I told you there were a lot of actions that you get with this set. Well, first off, obviously there's a cannon right here, the old Technic style cannon, which you can shoot very easily. But let me take you around a different way and see the center of the body right here. They've got these very interesting pieces used to create a little cavity that's covered on the sides. And I put in 2 Nindroids that are included with this set inside of there. It's a little bit tricky to get the one back all the way in there, but these can come out, and then these side pieces here, they come off, both of them. And then further up towards the front, you've got a couple of weapons for them that are stored here. I'm just gonna pull those off, put them in their hands. I'll give you a closer look at just these when I go through the minifigs later, but these bits that come off from the sides that look like dragon detail, they are actually attack gliders that are used to allow the Nindroids themselves to individually swoop down and attack. So you've basically got force multiplication going on here, where these guys can separate out and surround the good guys. However, this pair does not go together because in order for these to attach, you need to have a different adapter on the back. Again, I'll show you more detail of that in a minute, but the reason I wanted to take the attack gliders off was to open up all of this space here. You see it's now open. That gives you a handle for the MechDragon. Now you can see that you can really fly this thing around. This is a perfect way to hold this and actually use it for active play. I mean, you can really move this thing around. It's very sturdy right now. You have easy access to the top cannon with your thumb. Shoot that right off. And then if you position your hand just right, you can get those saw blades to spin. And you can get them to spin really fast. So you can get them spinning, come down, have an attack run against opposing forces on the ground. It's a really nice little mechanism that they used with just a small or medium-sized gear here, large-sized gear here. This one does not move. This one is allowed to freely spin, and when you do this, it's a little bit of a rubber band spring right there. It just pushes that gear just past it, just like that. Works very nicely, and like I said, you can actually be holding on to the dragon, and if your fingers are dexterous and long enough, You get both of them at the same time. At the back of the Dragon, you have a tail, which is in multiple segments. That has a little gear on it also, but that's not attached to anything. But it allows you to do this. Easily wave that tail around, and you can actually use that as a whipping action. So as the Dragon turns around, you know, when it comes in for an attack run against the ground, first it can attack with its jaws or its saw blades. Then as it passes by, it can spin around and use the whipping tail action with this spiked end on here. Kind of turns around a little bit, but it pretty much looks the same no matter how it's oriented. Up at the controls is Evil Woo, but he's got one other thing that he has access to controlling here. It's this little prison cell. It's a detachable prison cell that can actually be dropped out of the MechDragon itself and used to capture one of the ninja. So that opens up. It's very convenient, and this is a little bit of a spoiler alert to how the battle is going to go in the actual animation. As of the time of this video, we're way before the 2014 animation or TV show is released. But there you go. Lloyd fits right in there. He's got the handcuffs on. Completely captured. He's not getting out. There's no way. Store him right in there. You can see that he's in there. Got a little bit of a console on the top. It's a locking console. Actually says locked over there, and that is completely secure. And then Evil Woo will fly away and take him back to their headquarters. The vehicle on the Ninja's side is Nia's car, and this is done very nicely. It looks pretty consistent. It looks like it was designed with one thing in mind. A lot of the non-licensed or internal license Lego specific stuff has been kind of weird looking to me personally, but this actually looks like one thing that was designed by one person. You know, it's consistent throughout. A little bit wider in the rear than in the front, makes it a little racy looking. It also stands up a little bit in the back compared to the front. You've got lower profile tires. They don't stand up they're not as thick as viewed from the side up front compared to the rears, although they are on the exact same wheels. They roll very nice and easily, and you just saw a little bit of a hint of an action that this has also. So with this one, you can hold it from the back and you can shoot yourself. You can shoot flick fire missiles, which are remotely activated. They're also away most of the time, kind of hidden away. Push this in a little bit, it readies one, push in the other side, it readies the other, and then just push farther. Oops, try to get in from the other side. Fail. Fastest time. Double fire. Okay, so this mechanism does not work very well unless you do it in a very specific way. You need to get the thing exposed and ready like this, and then you need to push really hard, really fast to get it to actually shoot out. You saw a number of different failure scenarios. So push it in and then really fast and you'll actually get a shot out. Push it in and then hard and fast, you'll actually get a shot out. You can see that they actually have kind of a concussion head on each of these flick fire missiles. Not a very good mechanism, not consistent at all. Looks really cool, good idea, excellent idea actually. I love how it's supposed to work, but it will take some skill and practice to get it to actually work with some sort of consistency. Fortunately, you do have a backup. You do have something that'll work a little more consistently than that. You've got this cannon up here, which looks like it's double-barreled. You know, probably in the animation it'll be double-barreled. This is actually a turret. So we've got Lloyd up there, and let's see. It's kind of getting in the way. It doesn't turn around all the way. It turns a little more this way, but still gets around to 180 degrees in one direction, but not the other. However, it does have a traditional flick fire missile, one you actually just use with your finger. It's a little harpoon there. Whoa, that went really far. This is a nice looking assembly back here. The whole thing looks nice, and everything theoretically works really well, but the main shooting functions here, unfortunately, are just tricky. I'll just put it that way, tricky. Very nice stickers right here and here. I like those. The cockpit section has whoever's driving it, in this case Sensei Garmadon, kind of lying way back like it's a real sports car. It's too bad that the minifig heads can't, you know, kind of tuck their chin in a little bit to look forward, but it kind of makes sense that he would be laid back so far with this sort of really fast, sleek little car, even though it has the tall turret on the back. All right, finally, the minifigs. Here we go with Lloyd, the Green Ninja, starting to get a little more grown up. He's full height now, obviously, and you can see very nicely done print on the front. The hair is now exposed on the regular Ninja. They just have a little bit of a mask covering the nose and face. It's a nice piece, usable on, you know, different things. It works for Western kind of stuff also. Really nice dragon emblem on the back now. And you can see use of multiple colors here. You've got the regular green and the dark green. Let me take that cover off his mouth. Clearly he is not happy about what is going on. And there is not a second face on this head, which is a little bit surprising. It would have been great to have a second face on that head, but you only get one. Sensei Wu is no more, so to speak. He is now Evil Wu, the Nindroid version of Sensei Wu. Very unfortunate. You see the print on the back with the saw emblem. And I'm actually going to take his beard off so you can really see more of that print. There, obviously, much better look at the torso print and the combination of the cloth and also the new mechanical bits. But most importantly, you can see the face and how he still has the white facial hair from older times, and compared to the black hair that came out, that's probably synthetic, with his kind of Nindroid or Android form. And you can also see he's got a nice print on the side of the back of the head a little bit. Oh, how things change. Garmadon, having been freed from the influence of the Overlord, is now a good guy again, as he once was before. And he is basically taking the place spiritually of Sensei Wu. He's now the new sensei of the Ninjago main ninja, and you can see the print that he has. He's got a little bit of green in there, you know, it's kind of a little bit of homage to his son Lloyd, and yeah, kind of makes sense. And there is no second face on this one, so what you see is all that you get with this one, and he's got his brown staff. Here's one of the Nindroids that I started to show you a little bit earlier with his weapon in hand. This is kind of the 2014 season version of a stone warrior. You know, it's just kind of a generic bad guy, you know, just a general troop, like a stormtrooper equivalent. Now he does have the adapter on the back. Wow, look at that helmet. That is really, really nice. I especially like the detail on the back of the helmet, just that little bit of coil detail. Very nice. I like that quite a lot. I mentioned how this one will work because of the adapter with the attack gliders. There you can see that applied directly on, just attaches right there. Very nice and neat. But the other one, this guy, he's not going to attach to the glider because he's got the extra piece over the top that has the attachment, the different attachment on the back, and it has the shoulder armor on it. This is actually General Cryptor. He is the military kind of man in command of tactics for all of the Nindroids, for the Nindroid army. So he's a cut above. You can see a lot of similarities here, but I want to highlight the differences between Cryptor and the regular generic Nindroids. So you can see that the helmets are the same, and also the leg pieces are the same between these two. But take off the helmets and you start to see the difference. They have different faces. Remember, it's Cryptor on the right. Different portions of their faces are covered with the metallic bits. Stripped down even further, now you can see the differences also in the torsos very clearly. You could start to see them before, but now you can see exactly what's different between the two from the front and from the back. Also, you can see that they have alternating metal arms. So one has the pearly silver arm on the left, one has it on the right. For 90 bucks US with just shy of 700 pieces, the price per part is okay. But more importantly, this is a good set. This is a well-designed set. It's mostly pretty sturdy. It has the one flaw with the firing mechanism here on Nia's car, but the Dragon itself is excellent. It's much better than I expected it to be, and it has a great amount of playability, far exceeding any Dragon I think that that Lego has done to date. So I think it's really well done. I think it's a fun set. I think that it just accomplishes everything that it sets out to do very well. So I am in favor of this. I think that they did a good job, and I do recommend this set. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on this set number 70725. Just a reminder, this review was done before these sets were officially released fully, and certainly way before the cartoons were out, so I didn't have all of the context for all of the storyline and all that. So stuff that's not known is not stuff that I can talk about. By the time that you watch this video, maybe some of the information will be out, and that'll be great and give you even more context. For more updates and more reviews, be sure to watch JANGBricks.com, where I put up all of my new stuff first, and you can also subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and also check through some of the playlists to see old reviews that I've done and stay on top of new ones as they become available. I also do custom stuff, so watch for some of that. Do some interesting little stuff that Lego hasn't done. I appreciate your time, and I hope that you will share this experience with me again in the next video, but bye for now.